welcome to Obsession Code. Today we're talking about something many people experience, but very few people truly understand. Why some women over 40 suddenly make decisions that destroy long-term relationships, marriages, and sometimes even families. This is not about attacking women. This is not about blaming anyone. This is about understanding what happens inside a person when time, identity, and regret collide. Because when you understand it, it stops feeling random. And it stops feeling personal. For many men, it feels like it comes out of nowhere. One day life feels stable. The relationship feels solid. Everything feels predictable. Then slowly, something changes. She becomes distant. She seems restless. She starts saying things like, "I feel empty. I don't know who I am anymore. I need space." The man is confused. He asks himself, "What did I do wrong? Was our relationship ever real? How can someone throw everything away so fast?" The hardest part is this. He didn't see it coming. But the truth is, this didn't start suddenly. This is very important to understand. It's not about turning 40. It's about what time starts to mean around that age. In your 20s, life feels open. There is always more time, more chances, more options. In your 30s, life feels busy. You're building things. You're focused on responsibility. In your 40s, something shifts. Time stops feeling infinite. People begin to realize, this might be my final chapter. This might be the life I end up with. That realization hits hard, not logically, emotionally. Many women built their lives around roles. Being a partner, being a mother, being responsible, being supportive. They did what was needed. They put others first. They delayed parts of themselves. Not because they were weak, but because life demanded sacrifice. Over time, parts of who they were got pushed aside. Desires, curiosity, freedom, self-expression. Those parts don't disappear. They wait. And one day, a question appears. Is this really my life? Is this who I really am? Did I choose wrong? That question is dangerous because it doesn't ask how to improve life. It asks how to escape it. To men, this feels impulsive. One month, everything is fine. The next month, everything is breaking. But psychologically, this is usually building for years. Small disappointments, unspoken frustrations, needs that were never expressed. Many women were taught to keep the peace, to not complain, to not ask for too much. So dissatisfaction didn't come out as words. It came out as silence. That silence builds pressure, and pressure eventually explodes. Long-term relationships are safe. Safety is important, but safety alone is not enough. When emotional connection fades, people don't feel angry. They feel numb. They feel disconnected. They feel invisible. They feel dead inside. Many women don't leave because they hate their partner. They leave because they feel nothing. And when someone feels nothing, they don't look for stability. They look for intensity. Intensity feels like life, even when it destroys everything. At this stage, excitement becomes confused with freedom. A new experience, a new person, a new version of life. It feels like oxygen. Not because it's healthy, but because it feels different. Difference feels like life. Routine feels like death. This is how destructive choices begin to feel justified. Often, another man appears. He isn't better. He isn't more responsible. He isn't safer. But he represents something important. Novelty, attention, validation. possibility. She doesn't fall in love with him. She falls in love with how she feels around him. That difference matters. It's not about the man. It's about the feeling. Men usually respond with logic. They talk about the years together, the family, the children, the responsibility. But logic cannot fix emotional emptiness. In fact, logic often makes it worse, because it reinforces the feeling of being trapped. And trapped people don't calm down. They panic. Many women feel guilt. Guilt for hurting people. Guilt for wanting more. Guilt for destroying stability. Guilt is painful. So the mind looks for relief. Instead of saying, I'm confused, I'm unhappy, I don't know what I want, the story becomes, you were never right for me. I was never happy. This relationship was wrong. This story removes guilt, even if it rewrites the past. Once the new story exists, everything must support it. The past is rewritten. The partner becomes the problem. Stability becomes control. Even children can start to feel like obstacles, not consciously, emotionally. This is how families become collateral damage. This isn't insanity. It's panic. Panic caused by fear of wasted life, fear of regret, fear of never feeling alive again. Panic makes people burn bridges instead of fixing them. Most women don't. The ones who do often share similar patterns. They avoided conflict earlier in life. They didn't express needs clearly. They sacrificed identity for stability. When those sacrifices come due, the reaction can be extreme. This part is uncomfortable. Some men unintentionally contribute to this, not through cruelty, not through abuse, but through emotional flatness. When everything becomes predictable, desire slowly fades. Comfort alone doesn't sustain attraction. Once escape feels like the solution, real life can't compete. Real life requires work. Fantasy requires nothing. Fantasy feels light. Reality feels heavy. Many people choose fantasy, not because it's better, because it's easier. You cannot save someone from an identity crisis. You cannot reason them out of panic. You can only understand what's happening and decide how close you stand to it. Some relationships don't end because they failed. They end because the people inside them stopped growing. This topic is uncomfortable because it challenges a comforting belief that doing everything right guarantees permanence. It doesn't. Emotional honesty matters more than stability. Growth matters more than comfort. Time doesn't heal what's ignored. It exposes it. This is not about fear. It's about awareness. Understanding these patterns helps you stop being shocked by them. It helps you stop taking them personally. And it helps you build relationships that don't rely only on comfort. If this opened your eyes, support the channel with a like and subscribe so you never miss the next lesson in the Obsession Code.